Welcome back. In today's editorial page, we're getting everyone's opinions on if Matt Harvey is now essentially done for the Mets and with the Mets. Once upon a time, it looked as though Harvey was the team's savior, the heir apparent to Tom Seaver or Dwight Gooden as the righty power pitcher who could be and was for a short time the Prince of New York sports. Now at the age of 29, never the same after the injuries, he finds himself struggling and demoted while trying to rebuild himself to even a semblance of what he once was. But his contract's up at the end of the year, and he's rubbed many in the organization the wrong way in the past. John, is he now essentially done as a Met?
Yeah, I think he is, Jonas. I think we talked about what he can do in the bullpen. I don't think he's going to play a significant enough role where they're going to end up keeping him. At some point, he's going to become a problem. Just you don't want him around if he's not contributing, because obviously he still has a presence and ego and all that stuff. I think at some point he's going to get DFA'd. I wouldn't be surprised if it's before the All-Star break.
Released before the All-Star break?
I think it could happen, yeah.
Wow.
Because, I mean, what is he giving you? I mean, maybe some of that depends on injury, too, obviously, because he can end up having to be starting again. But if he's in the bullpen for a long period of time, I don't think he's going to make it through the year.
Yeah, I do think it's over, and it's funny or sad, really, to think back. I remember on this show, Jonas, 5 years ago saying, you know, if they ever let him walk, they're insane. Fold up shop. This would be worse than trading Tom Seaver. I also said I would not trade him at the time straight up for Mike Trout. Now I'd kill to trade him for Ronnie Torreyes or Austin Romine. And ultimately, you couldn't even get that back. So when you think about where he is now, 5 years ago where he was and all that has gone on, I can't believe that this is the end for Matt Harvey, that at this point he's moved to the bullpen, and the next step, like Harp said, probably DFA'd.
And it's hard to be confident in him when he's not, or he doesn't seem realistic about his own pitching right now. Like when he's talking after this bad start about how it seems like no one noticed that he battled back in the final three. He needs to strip it all down, lose the ego, stop thinking about who you used to be or want to be or believe you are, and recognize who you are now. That's where he needs to go. And he also needs to know this. If he becomes a distraction, the Mets have a pretty good thing going here right now. That's why I agree with John in the sense that if he has trouble staying quiet, if he barks again, if he still has a complaint with this in a week and a half, why do the Mets have to suffer that? Because the team is going pretty well.
And Callaway and Island have made it pretty clear. It's about the team. It's not about Harvey anymore. You know, Terry Collins went out of his way to try and pump up Harvey at times and, you know, make it more about him than anything. Now it's about this team, and Callaway's made that clear. He's made some moves where making people accountable and putting them in their place, and he would lose that. He would lose the clubhouse, I think, if he went back on his word at this point and they end up bringing Harvey back for some other reason than he deserves it.
So, John, all this talk, Dave Island saying we can, you know, he can be fixed. He's got to go and dedicate himself in the bullpen. That's just something to say,
yeah,
to put him in the bullpen, or is there truth to it?
Be fixed based on what? He's made 40 starts since 2016. He's got a 6 ERA. I mean, it's 2.5 years since the TOS surgery. I don't know where you're going from here. They've tried everything with him.
When it comes to precipitous falls in New York sports, Jabba Chamberlain, Mark Sanchez, Matt Harvey, or so it appears. We'll see.